Okay.
Is my hair doing a loopy thing in the back? I saw it like flipped over earlier.
I don't think so,
No.
but you may have the better eye for that.
It looks good.
Okay. Okay, please state your name, title, and company affiliation.
My name is Emily Vaughn Bailey, and I am the Blockchain Product Development Director for Change Healthcare.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background related to blockchain and healthcare and how you have kind of gotten to where you are today?
Yeah, so I started out in the Bitcoin industry in 2013 as just an initial investor, an advocate, and a passionately interested person in the technology. And so I've been working in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency industry for the past few years, and around the rise of blockchain technology and its application in the enterprise setting, I played a pretty critical role in bringing enterprise blockchain solutions to industries like healthcare and insurance. And at the time, I was working for startups between the years 2014 and 2017, and then in 2017 I joined Change Healthcare to really focus on my interest in bringing enterprise solutions to healthcare.
So now, looking at this opportunity with the book that you're contributing to, what was the topic that you decided? What were the topics that you decided to speak on for the book, and why was that something that was important for you to discuss?
So I contributed 2 topics to the book. One is about my experience being at the forefront of the formation of the blockchain and healthcare movement. It was a very critical time in the formation of the industry. Blockchain technology had not really been segmented across multiple industry verticals, and we saw a lot of mixing of blockchain use cases and enterprise interest with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency news, and I saw a real need to form a community around the opportunities in healthcare. And so the first chapter I'm contributing to the book is around that experience of forming that community. And the second topic I contribute to the book is about the experience of working at Change Healthcare and bringing enterprise solutions into production. And it covers the main steps that a company really needs to consider when trying to drive an enterprise solution across the company, and some of the lessons that we learned and decisions that we made related to that.
When you look at blockchain as a technology just as a technology as a whole, where do you think we are in the maturity of it?
Well, when I think about blockchain technology as a whole, I still think that we are very early in the technology's maturity. If we are comparing blockchain technology to the internet, I still don't think that we've had our AOL moment. I think we might have had our Netscape moment in the past few years, but I don't think that we've had our AOL moment. There's not yet been an application that's played a critical role in bringing the average user online, and that's going to happen soon. Now, the healthcare industry is in a different position. The healthcare industry only started approaching blockchain technology 2 years ago, and we're still very much a part of that growing hype cycle. And I think it's evident when you attend conferences and you see the growing interest in blockchain and healthcare, and the fact that it's pretty unfettered by some of the challenges that are happening in the financial industry. I think healthcare's got a few years before we go through some of the governance challenges that we're seeing in other industries. But we're at the very beginning of discovering the use cases and the companies that are going to play a critical role in driving those.
So when you look at 2019 is coming up as soon as possible, you start looking past that. What are some things that excite you about what's to come?
Well, I think that what we've seen and what I talk about in the book is the evolution of these use cases that are being explored in healthcare. When I first got started with the technology, the POCs that enterprise companies were exploring were really meant as just to be an experiment. They were meant to test the technology, to kick the tires. They were never really meant to see a production environment. Today, companies are investing in use cases that have multi-billion-dollar impacts on their customer ecosystems. They have production goals, and you're seeing serious investment, serious alignment between even competitive organizations. And I think that is really exciting about the future for blockchain in the enterprise setting, and I think it spells for some serious momentum to be built over the next few years around production use cases.
Do you have any comments or thoughts or anything that you'd like to give to readers knowing that they're about to embark on reading this book?
I think that that one of the things I like to communicate when talking with people who are coming to this technology for the first time is that, you know, it's the year 2018, and if you're reading about blockchain in healthcare, you are an early adopter. We are at the very, very beginning of the formation and the discovery of the impact of this technology in healthcare. I think a lot of people wonder if it's too late for them to get involved, if they miss the opportunity, and it's very much still getting started, and we don't really know how blockchain is going to impact the financial applications in healthcare, the clinical applications in healthcare, how we can engage with consumers and even participants outside of the traditional healthcare ecosystem. So in reading this book, it's really like an early history of what is happening in blockchain in healthcare, but it's certainly not the end.
Awesome. That's everything. Unless you have anything else you want to add?
Are there any responses that you would want to redo or retake?
You're a natural.
Sorry?
You're a natural.
Isn't she great?
It's like quick, spot on, you were done.
Thank you. I try not to say a lot, but I still do.
There it is.
I think no, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think they're good.
Awesome. I thought it was great.
One question for
Go
you
ahead.
guys. So the last question she mentioned, it's 2018,
Mhm.
but this will get published in 2019. That's okay, right?
I'm not even the one who's going to be doing the editing.
Sorry, I completely zoned out.
She's
for a
saying
second.
she
So the
said
last
the words
question-
in 2018.
Like, we're here in 2018, blah, 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 blah.
Meanwhile, this will be published next year.
And this will be published next year. Is that of concern?
Do you remember the context of how you said it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I could redo it.
Could you please?
If you could,
that
that'd
would
be great.
be so nice.
yeah.
That's fine.
That's
and,
fine.
and you don't.
Sorry.
And honestly, you don't have to do the
No,
whole
thank you
extended
for-
response. They're gonna chop it up anyways, so I'm sure we can figure it out in post.
No, yeah, that's okay. I think I can remember it. Let me think. What did I say? I said, yeah. No, I think my second
It was your
answer.
message around, like, what I tell people who first want to get into blockchain, and what you said right after 2018 was, you know, am I too late to get in?
Yeah, it's
Right.
still
And
early.
you're, you know, motivating people to be like,
If you're reading this now, you're an early adopter. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. So what I like to tell people who are approaching this technology for the first time is that if you're reading this book in 2019, you're an early adopter. I come across a lot of people who are caught up in the hype cycle, and they're afraid that they've missed their opportunity to get involved early, and it's still the right time to get involved. We're still at the very beginning of this technology and how it's going to impact the rest of the industry. We're still discovering use cases, companies and alliances are still forming, and it's yet to be seen how the technology is going to impact financial, clinical, and patient engagement solutions. So consider this book a prehistory for what blockchain is going to be for healthcare, and consider it your opportunity to see where it's going next.
Awesome. Good. Good catch.
How are you
Thank
this good?